to talk a little bit more, and again, I recorded that 2 weeks ago, so I'm going to post that too. So to move on and to keep things simple and to keep things bottom line. But to move on as far as the body, mind, and spiritual connection, that watch my review about fire and ice, and you can't be cold in this area, and then warm, and then receptive in this area, and then all of that. So we're not going to repeat all that. I want to go a little bit more. I'm more inclined to look at it more from a musical point of view. All the messages were wonderful and everything, but I'm looking at it more from the point of view of the Serbian accordionist, Ivan Maskovic. And as a musician, and also we're singing in so many different languages, this is come up higher and better together. It's all wonderful, and I'm learning a lot of things, but it seems like my heart is a little bit more in the message because, of course, that's my language, that's my Serbian language. So I felt that was a personal touch, that was more personal. And then playing the accordion, and playing the piano, hand ID check, that was something that I kind of related to a little bit better. And I find when it comes to the connection of body, mind, and spirit, and especially with staying focused when you're singing, and where it seems like I would be freer, it seems like there would be more spontaneity, I would be able to break out in singing that I was not able to several decades ago, that I feel more connected. And then just like where I had recorded a spontaneous, I'm going to sing a medley of several songs in several languages. It's like no problem. That was unimaginable in the 80s when I was, and also that's another thing, a part of Fire and Ice, that was part of the package too, where I couldn't sing, I couldn't feel, I had a lot of issues with numbness and everything. That was part of it, but it seems like the solution is when I'd be handing it over to God, it seems like I would be freer and it would come out also in the singing. And people say, give an example. That's all good and wonderful, Stefka, but give an example. Well, let's see. Again, there's noise over here, so I don't know how this is going to turn out, but a song that I sing, Evo Banket Cigane Moj, and I have several variations of it. When I sang it the first time, 4 years ago, I was stiff as a board, but then again, it was new to me. And that was good for its time and everything. But when I sang it for New Year's Eve, and that's a happy, fun party song, it's like the words are Evo Banket Cigane Moj. Here's the bank, here's the money. Gypsy, play for me. You're going to play and I'm going to sing. And then the second verse is Champagne. I have to think for a moment. Champagne ćemo otvoriti, popiti. Riesling ćemo otvoriti, popiti. A kad dođe onaj čas, champagne oborit će nas. See, this is an example. This is an example right here. It's how it's spontaneous, or where I feel that I'm able to break out and singing, where I feel freer as I've been turning stuff over to God. And also where for New Year's Eve, and it's a medley that the Serbian-Hungarian singer Zvonko Bogdan sings, where it's a medley of two songs actually. So, and when I was saying, we're going to Budapest, we're going to sing, and that's what the speaking was, like the bridge between the two sections. And then, Ege Šegere, that means cheers, where I was saying, I živeli na zdravje, that means cheers, both in Serbian and Hungarian. So I felt like I was able to cut loose. I think I was more laid back. I think I was more relaxed. I was more chill. And that's something that us musicians, that we really have to focus on that. And I feel that that's also what I was saying, that what's in me is coming out of me, or being able to spontaneous, like I just did right now, to break out in song. And also with the colos, and again, I have to keep things simple. I have to keep things bottom line, because I'll go on for 2 days, watch my tutorials, and then, but also just like, for example, after the meeting with Catherine, when I was able to play that song, and Tineto Vokolo, which Radojka Živković had written for her husband, where they had collaborated, Tineta, they had collaborated for 50 years. And if I can see that when I felt something broke in me, after the meeting with Catherine, 4 days later, this was in 2008, where there wasn't all the tutorials and everything on YouTube, where, but I was able to hear this message and watch. dun 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 dun. Another spontaneous moment. Dun 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 dun. Trill. Dun 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 dun. Bum bum. That's a grace note. Dum ba da 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 da. And also Radojka Ušiković, what she does is the grace note, jump, and then also the jumping note, and also, again, we'll see it on the tutorial. And it's interesting because I could hardly play it back in '08. Now, coming full circle, I'm going to do a tutorial on it. So coming full circle, and also what I had pleasantly been surprised where I could find out and taking the risk where I would able to play some songs and melodies where I thought I couldn't play that. I thought it's too difficult. But then I would see the recordings of it and then musicians, and I would slow it down to see what they're doing because they play at light speed so that you can't grab it by heads or tails. So you don't know what they're doing. So I'd have to literally slow down the speed to see what they're doing. And I was pleasantly surprised that one particular kolo, Cyganski were the best. I'm going to do a special tutorial on that. Let's see. By the accordionist Branimir Jokic. And then it goes into like in those runs. And also, I didn't think I could play it. I ended up playing it on New Year's Eve. And also, it's kind of funny because you think that you can't play it, that it's harder, but then when you have that technique, I actually was, and also to take the risk, like I was saying in another one of my messages, to take the risk also that you can't walk on water until you step out of the boat. That's what the whole nature of singing and music is, where I would find that I would be freer, that I would be able to play music that I thought I wouldn't be able to play. Anyhow, it's getting a little bit noisy in here. I got to take a break, and God bless you, and I'll be back in a few moments.